So if you guys want some major tips on how to sell your artwork at festivals, markets, fairs, all the things, keep watching. Hey guys, I'm here with my little pup Elle, little Ellie. And today I want to this is going to be different. This is going to be like a vlog type of video where I'm going to take you behind the scenes, if you will, I'm going to an art show, kind of an art festival type thing in my hometown where I went to school this weekend, and I'm going to kind of take you guys like behind the scenes a little bit of Ellie! And I'm going to take you guys kind of like behind the scenes a little bit of like my process of like how I pack to go to like these arts and crafts shows and festivals, and also how I actually set up my booth and like how things I guess kind of go while I'm there. So I'm gonna get started. Today is Wednesday and the festival is on Saturday, so I have a couple of days. I'm gonna get started with packing today, and then probably Friday I'm gonna load up the cars, and I have some other stuff I have to do tomorrow, so that's why I'm gonna start packing up a little bit early today. So I am currently in my painting studio room. You guys probably definitely recognize the wall behind me that I show like in all my videos and stuff, because it's a very pretty wall with all my paintings on. I might have to take some of these down to go with me to my art festival though. And just a little bit of an extra like behind the scenes look. This is in my parents' basement, so this is where I also store all of my paintings and all of my other, I do some like crafty items too that are like hand painted decor items that I like to sell at places too. So I'm gonna kind of take you like a little bit more behind the scenes of where I actually store things and how I'm actually gonna go about packing them. So this is kind of my racks. My dad built these shelving units, very much needed for all of my extra stock and stuff. This is not even my paintings. This is just all of the extra like decor items that I typically sell, and I do kind of like to categorize them by like season and stuff. You can see I kind of put Christmassy things here, fall things here, and some more fall things there. Some of my spring stuff I already have packed up because I just had another craft show where I had taken a lot of the spring stuff, so now I'm going to gather up the spring stuff again and some of my extra summer items. She has found half of a plastic Easter egg somewhere down here in the basement. No idea where that came from. It is apparently now her new favorite toy, but anyway. Another thing that I like to do when I go to like these vendor shows, craft shows, art festivals, all the things, is I like to take things. I have 4 old potato crates here that I have. They were potato crates at one time, potato crates that I have kind of upcycled them. I painted them white, and I've been using these since my very first craft show I ever did. I really like using these and packing stuff in them, because once I've got everything packed in it and then I go to set up my booth and I take everything out, I can use them as displays in my setup instead of just, like totes or like cardboard boxes or something that, to pack things in. So that's just a little bit of an added tip that I like to fill all of these up. And then in my display, of course, at the show, I will show you at the festival how I like to go about setting them up and like displaying things in them, that sort of thing. I also would mention that I have these, but she's gonna rip away from me. Ellie! Oh, she is going on the loose here. My tablecloths, I use these purple plastic tablecloths. It goes with my theme. My theme is purple. So I use purple tablecloths, and I like to use these to kind of wrap up things that might be breakable and put them in my carts. Like, for example, here I have like a glass mason jar that I put, it's part of a set with something else in here. But if I have like glass like this, I will wrap it with my tablecloths and kind of use that as like packing material when I pack things up and take it to go. So Good morning, everyone. As you can tell, you can probably hear the birds are chirping here in the backyard. And today is Friday. It's the day before the big festival. So today I am going to load up the cars. I'm going to show you just a little bit of my process of doing that. Typically when I go to any type of festival, any type of like craft show, art show, I always take 2 cars. That's a big tip that I have. If you are able to have somebody help you, I usually have my dad will drive his car and then I will drive my car. And I will typically I will show you, I put like all my crates, like I showed you guys, I will put all the crates in the trunk of my car because they fit like almost perfectly. The paintings, I kind of just split in between the 2 cars. I'll put them in like the back seats and stuff. My tables, I typically put in Dad's car because it's my parents' car. They have a little bit of a smaller trunk. So I usually have to put the back seat down to put the tables down in there. And then I lay some extra, like if I have like larger wood craft stuff, I usually put that on top of the tables. But yeah, we're gonna see how things go tomorrow. It's supposed to be really nice weather. No rain, which is good. It is supposed to be very, very windy though, so I'm probably going to have to pack some weights. I talked about this in the tips for selling your artwork in person. When you go to like an outdoor event or something, you always want to have some type of tent or canopy. And typically you want to have some weights if it's going to be really windy to weigh that down, because otherwise it'll kind of blow away. I've been there with that before too, so I know now I gotta have weights to weigh it down because we're supposed to get like 37-mile-per-hour wind gusts tomorrow. So that's happening. But aside from that, I'm just going to get packed up today, so here we go. And of course I've got both of my crazy little helpers here. They're starting to get along. Ellie is about 11 to 12 weeks old now. So the cat's definitely getting used to her, and they like to play outside in the yard a lot, whether I've got her on the leash or not. I've got her on the leash right now because, yeah, she's been trying to run near the road, and we don't need that. So I gotta train her to stay within bounds, but as you can see, she's just having a good time messing with the cat. And then the cat messes with her back. You guys are so funny. Okay, so I also just wanted to pause and take a beat to show you guys, because I know this would make Dad really happy. These are some of the birdhouses that both my dad and I kind of collaborate on a lot of these different designs and stuff. That I'm going to pick some of these out to take to the art festival as well. Although a lot of these are also up on my Etsy shop. You guys can definitely check them out there if you think some of them are really cool, because some of them are very cool indeed. So another thing that I want to show you guys, you can see I've got my nice apron with my name on it today. It's a little bit later now. And another thing I have been doing lately, not really related to art, painting and stuff, kind of though, I have started decorating cakes for different people. I'm taking after my grandmother. She is 93 now. She has been in the business of home baking and home cake decorating for over 60 years, well over 60. I think it's like it was 65 or 66, maybe even 67 years that she's been doing it. She just retired, and I actually wrote, I'm also a writer, you guys know this as well, but I wrote an article about her retiring that got published in our local newspaper, which was like, it was like a highlight of my writing career for me. I will link that below as well if you are interested in seeing that. But it was just a really brief, short article in which I talked about her baking career, and I mean, she's been in it since the 1950s. Like, it's insane. So she's like a local legend, honestly. She's made
wedding cakes for like everybody around like our I mean, we live in a very rural community, so everybody kind of knows each other at some level, right? So she's been making cakes, like wedding cakes, birthday cakes, graduation cakes. The wedding cakes are a big thing. She's made wedding cakes for like, I don't even want to say, I would say, but I know the statistic is probably not true, like 50% of the people in our whole county. So now that she has finally thrown in the towel, she feels okay to retire, so I am now taking up her business for her. So at this festival tomorrow, it's actually called the Fairy Gnome and Troll Festival, or Fairy Festival for short, that's what we all call it. And since it is a local event, and there's going to be a lot of kids there and stuff, I am going to make some cupcakes to sell, as well as I think, and I haven't tried this before, but I think I'm going to try to make like some samplers to hand out, along with business cards and stuff. And this is another tip, you guys, even like if you're not like into cake decorating, I know that's very specific, kind of art related, but not really. But if you are an artist who wants to sell at these type of events, it's not always about like selling products like right there at the event. Sometimes it's just about like promoting yourself to like the local public and just kind of getting your name out there, handing out business cards, handing out if you've got coupons. I hand out coupons for my Etsy shop also. Sometimes I promote like my online painting classes for Canvas Academy. You guys also know about that. So I will like print and hand out coupons and little cards and stuff for different things. And this time I'm going to focus on handing out business cards for my cakes. So I can also show you a little bit maybe of my baking process as well.
And here we have the secret ingredients to make the perfect frosting, the most perfect frosting of all time. Just kidding, they're not really secret. This is vegetable shortening instead of butter. And of course we have to use Watkins baking vanilla, almond extract, very key, almond extract, a lot of almond, and a little bit of actual artificial butter flavoring. This is the key to making perfect frosting, in my opinion. And then, of course, powdered sugar, which I will add as that gets whipped up. This is the exact recipe that my grandmother used for over 60 years, and it is still the same recipe I use today. So. Good morning, everybody. Today is the day of the festival. I got everything packed and loaded in the vehicles. Yesterday I got all my baking done, as you guys already saw. Now I'm gonna take you guys actually to the festival with me. So the setup is timed, and it gets a little bit hectic, a little bit chaotic. So I may not be able to show you much video of the actual setup process, but I promise once I get it all done, I'm going to give you a full booth tour, and then I'm going to show you guys kind of around the festival too. So let's go. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys, show you a little bit of a tour of my whole booth setup. So like over here you can see some of my wood crafts. I brought a lot of wood crafts on this day because I knew that it was going to be super duper windy, and I didn't want to bring like a lot of, you know, my really nice high quality paintings because I was afraid that they would get blown over in the wind and, you know, end up on the concrete and stuff. And look at like this gnome. I love this gnome picture of happy campers, happy little campers. Because this is the Fairy Gnome and Troll Festival after all. So like I said, I did bring, oh, and here are my cupcakes. Of course, my cupcakes. Yes, that looks beautiful. But yes, all these woodcraft items, because they're a little bit heavier, a little bit sturdier, they can sit on the table and they're less likely to blow around. Of course, I've also got my computer with my video going here. I'll show you more of this in a second here in the vlog. But also over here, just all of, yes, a lot of crafty things that I brought with me today. I don't always do that. I usually typically do bring more paintings, but here I brought some of my framed prints. They're really easy to make because I just print them and frame them. It's a really easy way, you guys, if you want to kind of monetize your art a little bit more than just selling original paintings. You can always make copies of them on your computer on a device, and then you can scan them, or I mean you can copy or scan them, and then you can print multiple copies of them and just frame them real easy. I also had some craft kits over here. I had them kind of on clearance because I've been having them in stock for a while and I was really getting ready to get rid of them, so I had those marked down. But of course, this is my whole booth setup. And then of course, yes, this is the video. I'm really proud of this setup. So this is just my laptop, and my dad built me this, like, literally it's just a wooden platform that goes over the keyboard, so that when people walk by, they can just watch like a pre-made video that I made of all my artwork. And I typically do put some cards or something on top of the wood plank there, but I didn't want my business cards to blow away in the wind. As you can see, it was very windy. So we can go on ahead and continue on and just enjoy, just have a couple of quick little snapshots of the whole festival. Okay, so I just pulled into the driveway, and no, I am not driving. Do not vlog and drive, people. I am parked. I am in park. Actually a pretty good turnout today. Actually really surprised. The weather was not great, that's for sure. Very, very windy. You can probably tell my hair is kind of crazy at the moment. I put my hair up on purpose because I knew it was going to be windy, but it was very, very, very windy. I think we got like wind gusts up to like 39 miles per hour or something. And then the constant wind was like 15 to 20. It was very windy, and it also made it very cold. It was a lot colder than I expected. It was supposed to be like 60 degrees, and it ended up actually being like, I think 55, and then with the wind chill, it was like a solid 45. It was pretty cold, a lot colder than I expected. But like I said, I did pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with my sales, and everything, and my cupcakes did sell. That aside from painting, I just did sell a little bit of small painting things, a lot of different wood crafts, like painted wood crafts. But yes, this was kind of my first run. Actually, it was my second run at selling baked goods in person. So it actually went really, really well. And I think I only have like 5 left, and I'm definitely gonna eat them. I'm not giving them away to anybody else because I'm sometimes, since like the last time I tried to sell baked goods and I didn't really sell that many, I had a lot left over. And I took them to my aunt. My great aunt lives in like senior apartments, like a little mini apartment community, and I took them over to her, and she really enjoyed that, and her friends over there really liked that. So every time I have extras now, I know where to take them. But aside from that, that was the Fairy Festival, Fairy Gnome and Troll Festival, and I hope you guys really enjoyed watching all that. We'll see how it looks after I get done editing. And now I just have to unpack the cars, and then I'm gonna have a cupcake on the couch. But of course, it's going to take about an hour for me to unpack everything and put it away, because I am an organization freak, and I need to have things put where they go like immediately. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys here on my channel next time.